Watch this.
That's Joni Ernst right there.
Watch.
John Thune, Senator. Barrasso.
Watch how he walks.
Jesus. Look, he has no idea. These are the people making decisions for us and our future and our kids' future.
You have the other video of him being escorted away? I think it's right next to that. Here's Senator John Thune just, tapping in, finishing the speech. You have that next video,
It was
Rob?
like the alien inside of his head rebooted.
Yeah, here's this one, him walking away, being escorted.
Pat, you see that? He's how old is he?
81.
81 years old. Pat, he's 81. Joe Biden's 80. Pelosi's 83. Maxine Waters is 84. Chuck Grassley's 89. Dianne Feinstein is 90. She doesn't even know who or where she is. Carl Schwab, 85. Soros, 92.
Robbie can pause it.
Is that Pat? Like, okay, when people talk about term limits, is there no way to change the fact that this is showing you? Like they're falling apart in front of our eyes, and they're making all this.
Jon Stewart gave a talk 11 months ago, right in front of it, where he said, "These motherfuckers are 200 years old. They're like turtles. They're here. Guess what? Here's the thing that both the left and the right agree on.
Yeah, finally.
Term limits.
Yeah.
Guess what? Make it work. Okay, make it work to get term limits in for this. Now that's not like an overnight thing. Good luck getting that in.
Yeah.
Because it's more working the other way around. You know, when you see stuff like this, did you know in 2010, they passed a law to allow corporations to have an open checkbook on how much money they can pretty much give to a campaign? Like, do you know how much money we all of a sudden started putting into presidential campaigns because it was an open check? Have you seen this chart before or no?
That's why we need campaign finance reform.
Brandon, can you send me that image that shows exactly how much money was put into campaigns from 2008 to 2012, 16, 2020.
I'd like to take a guess.
There's no cap? There was no cap?
No, 2010, they opened it up to say unlimited amount that you can put in. And now, don't get me wrong.
It was a Supreme Court, I believe.
Yeah, it was a Supreme Court ruling that if Brandon is watching, Brandon, I know you are, if you can just send me the pig for me to show it to Rob, let me see if I know he's emailed it to me. But go ahead. If you're watching this, Tom, you see McConnell react that way. What do you think about?
Well, I think about the Citizens United 2019, Citizens United, and that's what you all can go Google and look up.
Exactly.
Supreme Court decision, where John Roberts wrote the majority position. It basically took campaign finance. It used to be, hey, check this box on your tax return if you'd like $1 to go to the presidential election fund, number one. And then there was limits. You could only give so much each year or each election. There were limits. Citizens United basically uncapped corporate, and it took everything away. So it's all special interests that control it. And what do special interests and the uncapped corporations want? They got to keep their puppets, Pat, and their puppets are 90-year-old mummies walking around.
Oh, man.
Yeah, by the way, somehow Citizens United has a Google, what is it called when you can give ratings? Google ratings, all that? Yeah, they're 1.8.
That's great.
It's a nonprofit
Rob, did
organization.
you get the email? Brandon says he emailed it to you.
So basically, Pat, the person with the most money giving to these people wins. It's just the richest person gets the most influence over who they want.
Yeah, I mean, look.
That's insane, bro.
And by the way, listen to the logic of the Supreme Court. There's only one sentence you have to listen to.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
The court held 5-4 that freedom of speech clause of the First Amendment prohibits the government from restricting independent expenditures for political campaigns by corporations, including nonprofits, labor unions, and associations. That's why the criticism of it is, wait, you used freedom of speech to enable
classify money?
To classify money and
Amazing.
unlimited campaign
Amazing.
donations? And by the way, you know who wanted this? Every member of Congress wanted this because the special interest, because I'm an oil man, you're a pharma man, you're an agriculture man, and you're a healthcare woman. You're known by your number one donor base. And what you carry. Oh, if you've ever heard it's a great phrase. Oh, you're Israel's guy on the hill. Mm-hmm. And when they say things like that,
Here you go. Check this out. This is how much money. Presidential campaign financing, 79 to 2020.
What?
It was only 197 million in 1979-80. Then it went to 226, 380. Nothing crazy. 346, 478, 612, 891. Obama, $1.769 billion and 1.46, 1.529. Trump, Biden. Look at that. $4 billion, more than the 3 previous elections combined.
Wow.
They spent everything they had to terminate and fire Trump. That's how bad they wanted to get rid of him.
Wow.
So corporations came together and said, listen, open checkbook, man. Here's some money. Let's get rid of this guy.
Yep.
Let's get this guy's draining the swamp, and we can no longer do our deals that we were doing. This guy making our life a little bit hard. Boom. Look how there's never been a greater increase on wanting to either elect somebody or get rid of somebody than Trump.
That's a great
Look
point.
at
that.
Obama. Obama raised that kind of money because it was a dream. It was the first time in U.S. history, man. We want to see this. Look at the second one he dropped off. He's the only guy that for re-election his money dropped off. That's not a reflection of Obama being a bad thing. It's just the fact that they really, really wanted him to win the first time around. But they really, really wanted to
What
get
a
rid
great
of
point,
Trump.
PBD. What a great
Follow
point.
the
And
money.
Before Trump, Clinton, what was the closest presidential race prior to that? It was
Gore
versus Bush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2000, Gore Bush. $612 million was spent.
Yeah.
612.
Well, we all know they used to use the B word.
6.5
They used to use the B
times.
word when they're printing money, billions. Now it's all about the trillions.
No, but
it-
Citizens
no wonder.
United was 2019, by the way. Citizens United, Supreme Court decision, 2019. Boom.
Well, it's no wonder if you just follow the money. We just talked about it the other day on the podcast. 5 out of the top 10 richest counties in the country are all in what city? Washington, D.C. It's all the money. It's all
Random.
the lobbyist money. It's all the campaign finance money. It's all going there. But back to Mitch McConnell, because how this whole thing started. Look, obviously the guy's not well, and genuinely, I'm not a Mitch McConnell fan, but I hope he's doing well. Time to step aside. The only answer to term limits, right? Because everyone wants term limits, but who needs to vote on term limits? The Congress people. They're not going to do it. So the only answer to that is actually voting these incapable vegetables out of office. So it's incumbent on the constituents, the people,
Love it.
to vote someone like this up. So someone in Kentucky was like, yep, I want 6 more years of McConnell. And this is what you get.
Oh my God.
Frozen
Dude,
popsicle stick.
Bro, it's almost like the alien in him was like rebooting. Like,
Yeah.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.